Well, we found the southerly, or rather it's found us. We're just going to keep going until it doesn't make sense.
We're on the road again in our quest to sail the 20 most iconic lakes in New Zealand's South Island. We're headed 7 hours north to a lake that I've never seen before. Lake Rotoroa, meaning Long Lake in Nelson Lakes National Park, is a 16-kilometre long mystery. From a sailing perspective, there is no beta on what we may encounter because sailors visit it so rarely. Rotoroa is nestled between two forest-clad mountain ranges, creating a perfect wind tunnel. With all of the unknowns and fresh southerlies predicted, I'm feeling a bit anxious, but am determined to take the first step towards our objective.
Welcome to Lake Rotoroa. We've got about a 16k sail today to the top of the lake where we hope to spend the night and then come back tomorrow morning. Conditions, we're talking 5 knots gusting to 15, but the water taxi guy reckons that it's blowing 15 to 20 up at the top of the lake, and we can see a very dark line up there. Well, we found the southerly, or rather it's found us. So far it's not too bad, but there's some quite big waves given the amount of breeze, which means there's a bit more wind up the top, I believe. So we're just going to keep going until it doesn't make sense and put in a reef before we really need to.
Pretty soon, the dark line drew nearer and the wind picked up. We dived to a wee beach to hit pause and see what would happen next.
We're a third of the way up the lake and it's coming in quite hard up at Sabine River, so we're just having a bit of a look and figuring out if we want to push on. We've reefed the sail ready to go, but we're going to give it 10-15 minutes and see if it settles down or picks up. Okay, looks like it started to settle down, so we've had a cup of coffee and got a reef in, and I think we're ready to go. Just keep moving up until it doesn't make sense. All good? Cool. Right, saving up.
As the breeze stabilised, we shook out the reef and pressed on.
We're going good. We're at least 3/4 of the way to the top of the lake. We've got roughly 13, 14 knots, maybe gusting 15. Really champagne sailing conditions.
Finally, we completed the beat up to the top of the lake. Time for a look around and to decide whether to stay or get down the lake while the conditions allow.
So I've just pulled in and had a quick look around. There's nowhere that spectacular to camp here. We're going to make the most of the wind that we've got at the moment, head a wee bit further back down the lake towards where we came from. Spend the night down there somewhere. Some nicer campsites to be had down on the western shore, so get down there and see what we can find. First of all, a cuppa. fairly under control. Just going to keep jibing away down the lake. I don't know if we're going to get all the way home tonight. There's a big calm patch down the bottom of the lake, so we're just going to push on and see how far we can get while this breeze holds out.
The steady 8-knot breeze and the Jenica urged us down the lake further than we'd hoped, past the potential camp spots that we had identified earlier in the day. A great problem, but where are we going to camp now?
For our next trip, we just need to find a beach that we can pull up on. There's a massive log there, check that out. Crikey, you'd feel that in the morning if you had it. Yeah, it's lots of rocky shore on this side, and there's a couple of little beaches on the far side, but it's a few k's further over, so just nudge down here another 500 metres, see what we can find, and if we can't see anything, we'll duck across to the other side.
Nothing materialised, so we cut across to the eastern shore to a final likely looking spot before the end of the lake.
So now all we've got to do is find somewhere to land. A lovely little beach doesn't look like a lovely little beach. It looks like a terrible rocky shore. Oh, well, we were going to camp here, but it's a lee shore, pretty bouldery, and here's some melted cheese. That's what you want. Oh. Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, before my camp here, there's no real flat ground. We're on the lee shore with rocks in the water, and there's a perfectly good campsite about half a mile around the shore. So then we just put in and go and do that, and then we're done. So yeah, 6 PM, been on the lake off and on for 9 hours, so we're doing good. It's been a day. Back in the boat. See ya, guys. Lake Rotoroa is done and dusted. We thought it was going to take us 2 days, it's only taken us 1. So tomorrow we'll head over to its little sister lake, Lake Rotoroa.
In times of uncertainty, a lot of what we worry about doesn't come to pass, and that which does usually passes. A great way to reduce our anxiety in an uncertain world is to simply take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. Before long, you'll get further than you first thought was possible.
I'm just going to run it up on the beach again like a hoodlum. So tomorrow we'll head over to its little brother lake. So tomorrow we'll head over to its little sister lake. It's embarrassing. That's a cheats way of coming into land, eh? It's like